shows. Every scene's a high and low. You'll unwind.
This is JordangeVision. Pull up a seat and kick up your feet. Welcome, guys. How are we doing? Time for another Beyond Belief Fact or Fiction episode. We're in Season 4, Episode 3 now. We got Season 4 off to a pretty good start. Back-to-back 4 out of 5s in Episodes 1 and 2. We'll see how sustainable that is, if I can do that again in Episode 3. So, of course, we got 5 new stories. If you're not familiar with the show, basically we have to guess whether each story is either true or made up by the show's writers, and we see how many we get right. So, without further ado, Beyond Belief Fact or Fiction, Season 4, Episode 3. Here we go. Before I get started, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and don't forget reacting to art is sharing art. Channels like these benefit everyone from the viewers all the way up to the original creators themselves. Also, reminder, spoilers are likely, so if you haven't seen this episode yet and would like to, please feel free to click off and take care of that first. I'll be here when you get back, but for those of you who are sticking with me, pull up a seat, kick up your feet. This is Beyond Belief Fact or Fiction, Season 4, Episode 3. Here we go.
Observe this still picture of a fire.
Okay.
It contains absolutely no movement at all. Now, I ask you to stare at this spiral.
Okay.
Begin now.
All right.
Close your eyes or turn your head away from the set.
I'm trying.
Concentrate on the spinning circle. Or should I say,
I can't stare for this long.
within circles. Within circles.
Okay.
And now,
I'm getting hit. Holy sh! Wow.
but you are providing the illusion of movement with your own eyes.
Oh. That is trippy.
It's almost impossible to go anywhere these days without seeing somebody on a cell phone.
And this was in the 90s.
So addictive, people now take them where they don't belong, like movie theaters.
Oh, don't I know it.
What happens when your phone is so important that it's the only thing that can save your life? Watch what happens to Jackie Gordon and Mark Winters. You make the call.
But first, let me take a selfie.
Jackie and Mark had been dating for several months. They both loved the outdoors and were on the first night of a 3-day camping trip.
And they brought their phones. Just like any camping trip these days.
This. Pac Dad is developing the same piece of software we are. Race is on. What's wrong?
Isn't this supposed to be vacation?
It was a news report. You know that guy Stuart Becker? He founded zebrafoot.com.
Yeah, sure, that...
Zebrafoot.com?
He went hiking here in the potash just 3 days ago and never made it back to camp.
Here?
The police said there may be a killer on the loose.
Remind me to actually look up zebrafoot.com. It's probably not real, but...
Oh, no, Mark, let's not go. Besides, you know how overblown the news can be. They just love to scare people. I mean, he probably just got lost.
Maybe some Beyond Belief fanatic made zebrafoot.com.
Jackie and Mark tried not to think about the disappearance of Stuart Becker.
Aren't you glad we decided to stay?
Yeah, this place is incredible.
Yes. Say
Need some fun now?
Mark, what's wrong?
Jackie, quiet.
Oh, what? Is that him?
Oh my God, Mark, he's cleaning blood.
He's cleaning blood.
It could just be a hunter.
I mean, yeah, it could be. Looks like a hunting knife. Yeah, what's this guy doing? Okay, I'm willing to bet he's not a hunter.
I can't get a signal.
You just thought of that now?
Look, there's somebody over there.
Oh.
Come on, come on.
Okay, we'll follow the stranger. At least the stranger without a knife.
I don't see him.
Why didn't you
Oh,
leave
they lost
us?
him. He doesn't want to get killed either?
Still no service. What good are these things?
Wait.
They get a little better in the next 25 years. Oh no! Had me fooled for a minute. Oh. Yay, witnesses! Aww. I don't get to kill anyone.
He just kept helping us. You know, he'd show up and then we'd lose him.
A man in a yellow shirt?
Hey, there he is.
Is that... No, he's not there.
He was pointing at something over here somewhere. Hey, there's somebody down here.
Oh.
Mark, it's him.
Is that Zebrafoot guy?
Thank God. He found me.
Oh, so he is alive.
Did the injured victim actually leave his body to ensure his own rescue? If not, who was the man in the yellow shirt that kept appearing at just the right time?
Okay, so we got a missing internet guy, zebrafoot.com, which I don't think is real, but I'm trying to think of like a parallel to someone who might be real, like maybe a Mark Zuckerberg or somebody. I can't remember that ever happening to Mark Zuckerberg. I don't think it was in the Social Network or anything like that. So I'm also kind of having a little trouble with the victim kind of pointing himself out, kind of having an out-of-body experience, I guess. You know, hey, I'm down here, while he's perfectly standing. Like, where does that come from? And they both saw him, too. I can see it when it's in one person's mind, but when it's been both person's mind in the same time, that's a little strange. Maybe the article said something about, you know, he went missing wearing a yellow jacket or something like that, so maybe they kind of had that in their minds. So that kind of points the other way, but still, I would think if some major internet person went missing, it would have been bigger news. Maybe it's not like someone who invented Facebook or whatever. Maybe zebrafoot.com is just some independent place where they sell zebra feet. I don't know, but you think it would be bigger news if... So yeah, I think I'm going to mark this one as fiction. Like everything else, you know, the phone going out of service, like that still happens today, even with better phones. Yeah, and maybe the guy with the knife chasing them too, that could have happened, but the rest of it, you know, the internet person going missing, it's just a little much. So yeah, let's get to story number 2.
Did you have a favorite book as a child?
Yeah, Berenstein Bears all the way.
Dr. Albert Duval has read many books in his lifetime, but none has ever prepared him for the patient he's about to encounter. A patient who will open the doctor's life to an unexpected new chapter.
Okay.
Don't you like any of the toys, Jeremy? There's a lot of nice ones here.
What's wrong with the toys?
Did I tell you that today's my birthday?
Well, the doctor's working on his birthday?
Jeremy had not spoken for the past 2 years. There was nothing physically wrong with him. He just...
Sometimes kids don't speak.
His older sister died in a car accident.
Oh, that's why, yeah.
Jeremy...
Little traumatic response.
It's time to go.
It was very strange, but Jeremy was headed straight for a book on my shelf.
Oh, he sees a book?
Most imp-
Ignores the toys, but goes right for the book.
Do you like that book, Jeremy?
Yeah, what is that
It's
book?
called Jojo Babbitt and the Magic Wheel. My father
Sounds like Jojo Rabbit.
If I was unhappy...
Okay, it doesn't look like the same thing, but...
4 of them were lost. This is the only one I have left.
Yeah. Let him borrow the book.
Is there something wrong, Jeremy?
Oh, is he gonna say something?
I fix books.
You fix books.
When did you fix books?
When I was big.
When I was big. Oh, he's talking about a former life.
How long did you fix books?
Till I died.
So he died, yeah. It's definitely about a former life.
You died, Jeremy?
My name's not Jeremy, it's Harry. Harry Chaffee.
Look that guy up. Maybe he fixed books. It's either that or another personality, right?
I stopped at the village bookstore. It was
Okay.
nearby my office, so I figured that Jeremy had probably seen it many times on the way to our weekly visits. About
Yeah,
50
ask around.
Look, do you have any more books that look like this one?
Oh, that's beautiful. But no, I'm afraid I don't have anything that looks like this.
Yeah, it might be a little old.
And then I found myself being pulled to a large bookcase.
Oh, some old stuff here. It's another Jojo Babbitt. It's Albert's book.
I'm dead.
Did you find something?
Those are the books he said he lost.
He brought these 4 in to be rebound. And he died before he could pick them up.
That's right.
I'd like to buy them.
Oh, no, please, please take them. They're yours.
Ooh.
Thank you.
No charge, I guess.
Did you fix these books?
They must have been repaired by the man I apprenticed under.
Oh, what was his name, pray tell?
Was his name by any chance Harry?
Yeah. Harry Chaffee. How'd you
Yep.
know?
I knew it was going there.
It doesn't matter.
We're old fishing buddies.
Was the little boy Jeremy the reincarnation of the bookbinder, Harry Chaffee? Or had the little boy visited that bookstore before and heard Harry Chaffee's name mentioned?
Yeah, I guess that's possible. Well, I've heard stories before, you know, about people and sometimes kids, you know, remembering something about their past life or whatever, and somehow the things they say end up being accurate. So I have heard stories like that before, so I won't be surprised if this one's true. And apparently, since all of this happened in the same town, like it was the bookstore in the same town that they all live in and stuff, it's not that outrageous. Like, maybe it is possible that he heard the name before, maybe it's possible that he's been to that store before. Of course, the kid is like 7 years old, and Harry died 15 years ago, so they probably haven't met. If it's a small town or whatever, people have probably said the name, and maybe the kids heard it. I don't really know how much I feel about life after death, like whether that's a real thing, whether reincarnation is a thing, but again, I've heard those kind of stories, and maybe it's something bigger than what my brain can comprehend, so this is one I think I'm going to take a chance on and say that it's true. And yeah, I got a pretty good feeling about these two, so let's move on to story number 3.
Rocket on a front porch. Security.
Those are the days.
Rayburn and her husband shared many happy hours on their front porch.
I don't really have a porch. My grandma had a porch, so I have those memories.
Several years back, my husband decided his bank job was a dead-end career. So he struck out on a new venture, a real estate investing business.
Okay.
Louis had been... Would you put your listing with us so we can schedule an open house? Louis is very confident he can get you a quick sale at a terrific price. Let us know.
Seemed born for the job.
Louis dragged me to a seminar entitled How to Make a Million in Real Estate, but I didn't like his methods. By speculating in the real estate market, Louis figured we could retire in 10 years.
It's early, but she seems like she knows more than he does.
I put plans to start a family on hold. Besides, Louis was a handful all by himself.
She's married to her child.
This morning, we had to do one of the worst parts of the real estate game for me. Enforcing a foreclosure.
This ought to be fun. Oh, it's an old lady?
You decided to take a loan on your property.
Yes. To pay my late husband's hospital
Oh,
bill.
it gets sadder.
The bottom line is you took your money out of this deal, so when you couldn't make your payments, I'm the one who got shafted. This house is mine now.
This house
Yeah.
will never be yours, Mr. Newsom.
You see that side of it, but it's just a sad situation.
Mrs. Rayburn.
I think you and your husband have helped quite enough. Thank you.
Oh, if looks could kill.
Louis went into his usual high-pressure pitch, confident of turning a quick profit on the Rayburn home.
We totally didn't kick an old lady out.
As you can see, it's been well kept up. It's quite cozy. In fact,
Just some old house noises.
it's so furnished. Should have kicked in before this.
Oh, don't set the house on fire now. Yeah, they're scared. Screw this house. We'll try the murder house.
Feature, it's a formal sitting room.
Oh, now what? Gas leak?
I got to apologize. That smell's never been there before, but
I just farted, that's all.
I'll call you.
She won't pick up. That Tyrannosaurus Rex wasn't here before.
What was it this time?
I opened a window. Must have caused a draft. Next thing I know, doors are slamming all over the place.
And the glass?
I went to close the window.
Blame the window.
New carpet to get rid of the smell, plumbing repairs, a new furnace, and there still hasn't been a single offer.
I'll sell this turkey.
Good luck.
You didn't have to kick that old woman out of her house. You were after a fast buck, and now you're obsessed with selling this place, and you're driving the two of us nuts. Give it away.
Give it away. Now you're talking crazy.
This isn't about the
Give it
house
to the old
anymore,
lady.
Louis. You need to choose. Me or this place.
You're kidding, right?
She's not.
You folks are here for the open house. We're about to close up.
We're not really looking to buy, but we were curious about seeing the place.
Afraid a teaching assistant's pay doesn't go very far.
It's free.
We got this house, had a real bargain.
You can save the sales pitch. We couldn't even come up with a down payment right now.
Forget the down payment. Do you have $1?
I hope they have $1.
This $1 in consideration as payment in full.
They just bought a house for $1. Can I buy a house for $1?
Did you just do what I think you...
Uh-huh. And believe me, he got off a lot cheaper than a divorce.
Gets to keep his wife, I guess, at least.
This isn't a joke, then...
I just figured it'd be fun to see Grandma's old house again.
Grandma's old house. Yep. She said she wanted to keep it in the family.
Later, we learned that the old woman we evicted was the young couple's grandmother. She passed away soon after we forced her out. I still recall what she said. This house will never be yours.
Was the spirit of Marion Rayburn making sure the house would stay in her family? Or all those mishaps?
I wonder. If you've been watching me the whole way through, I think you know how I feel about ghosts. But I don't know per se if, this old lady's ghost was actually haunting the house and, keeping people that weren't her family out. And then she kind of stopped when her family did finally show up. She said she was determined to keep her house and the family, and I guess she kind of did. I don't think it was that much of a coincidence that, maybe so shortly after the grandma died that her family, kind of wanted to see the house. I would think, maybe if they knew what happened, then maybe they would have been a little more hostile towards the real estate agent, but maybe that is what happened in real life, I don't know. But I'm thinking this is another one that I'm also going to take a chance on. I'm marking it as true. So, it's a story I like, and, I kind of want it to be true, because, it's kind of a happy ending. But, yeah, let's get into story number 4.
How superstitious are you?
Don't walk under the
Do
ladder.
you have the courage to walk under a ladder?
Superstition or not, it's kind of stupid to walk under a ladder.
This has never been a superstitious person, but she's about to go through an experience that will challenge her perception of the words bad luck.
7 hours of bad luck.
Thanks so much for all your help.
That's what friends are for. It's amazing what you can do with a little money and a lot of garage sales.
Looks all right.
This thing weighs a ton.
Careful.
It's okay.
Oh, don't drop it, don't drop it. Don't drop it. Oh, no.
Oh my god. I don't believe this.
There's your bad luck right there.
Don't clean it up, not even one piece of it.
What?
7 years bad luck.
I thought it was bad luck just to break the mirror.
If you leave it the way it is, you'll only have 7 hours of bad luck.
Oh, really?
That's ridiculous.
Leave it for 7 hours and then clean it up. What's the harm?
Michelle.
Lauren, 7 hours of bad luck is much better than 7 years.
I'd take those odds. Just don't step in it.
7 hours.
Maybe that's part of the bad luck.
I'm staying in tonight. I owe my mother a letter.
Maybe I should spend the night.
Don't get a paper cut.
You have that date with Jay tonight. I don't want you to break it.
You sure?
Nothing's gonna happen.
Maybe postpone that date 7 hours.
3 hours in, and so far, no bad luck. Michelle, you are so weird.
Oh,
Yuck.
there you go. Gonna have to rewrite that letter. No water?
The plumber was just here.
That one's just clumsiness.
There was only half an hour to go and the 7
30 minutes left.
I was sure those incidents in the kitchen weren't bad luck. They were just coincidence. I couldn't wait to show Michelle how stupid her superstitions were.
Hopefully that's only for a half hour, considering the time. Oh, whatever you do, don't burn the place down. You dropped a mirror, I don't really trust you not to drop a candle.
They all look fine to me.
Oh, yeah. Well, if you didn't think that was bad luck before...
Even though I put the fire out easily, I was beginning to think that maybe I was having 7 hours of bad luck. I needed some light so I could see how much time was left.
2 minutes.
Oh my god!
The phone's dead too. You got 2 minutes, Mr. Burglar. Better work fast. Oh. Right on the dot. Everything's back on.
With the power back on, I was able to call the police. I wanted to keep myself busy until they arrived, so I decided to clean up the broken mirror.
Yeah, now you can. Oh, he's still there. And, he trips on, that can't feel good. Oh, he probably got a piece in his chest, yep.
How lucky I was that the thing that saved me was a piece of glass from the broken mirror.
That's crazy.
Did Lauren really experience 7 hours bad luck as the result of the broken mirror? Or did the power of suggestion only make it seem that way?
Mm-hmm.
But how do you explain the stalker? If Lauren's luck was really so bad during the 7-hour period, why didn't he get in during that time?
Talk about that one. Like, I've heard the 7 years bad luck superstition all the time. I've never heard, like, if you don't clean the mirror up, that it's only 7 hours. You know, whether bad luck is a real thing or not, the idea of bad luck definitely gets in people's heads. It can be a very mental thing. if you feel like something has happened that gives you bad luck, then bad luck is in your mind, and that can kind of make bad luck happen. Like if you don't believe and you say, 7 years of bad luck, bullshit, and you totally put it out of your mind, then nothing happens, right? So in any case, this lady was definitely having a rough day. I don't know what to think about this. I've already marked 2 stories true today that I may have in the past marked fiction, and this is another one where I'm kind of in the same boat in my mind. But you know what? There have been some weird stories that I've taken a chance on, and it's gotten me a couple of 4 out of 5 so far this season. So why not do it again? I'm gonna take a chance on this one too and say that it is true. Got one more story, then we get our answers and find out if we have a third straight 4 out of 5, maybe even a 5 out of 5. We'll see. All right, last one.
There are volumes of stories behind the engravings of every coin.
Yeah.
Todd Davis is a young man whose only interest in coins comes from the spare change he receives in tips.
Yeah, that can be useful.
Carter Jenkins was a spooky legend in my town because nobody ever saw him. Even when I delivered pizzas to his place, he'd never come out until I was gone.
So a guy who supposedly orders pizzas, but no one's ever seen him? Okay, well someone definitely brought that pizza in.
Instead of $10, he taped a $100 bill to the door.
Maybe he meant to.
Sorry to bother you, but you've made a mistake. This isn't a $10 bill.
Okay, so he's real.
By the way, I believe this is yours. You left it with my change.
Oh?
I can't believe I did that.
He left an expensive coin too?
And if I would have lost this, I've had it since I was 5
years old, I know. Your father gave it to you for helping him rake leaves.
How did you know that?
Know an awful lot about this kid.
Every object tells a story about the people who possessed it. All you have to do is feel the message.
Feel the message.
Here. Start with this, and thank you again.
Okay, that's a little creepy.
50 cents. So much for honesty.
Kind of a bad tipper, too.
But are you sure you wanted to give me that coin?
Mm-hmm.
So I showed it to a friend of my dad's who's a coin collector, and he told me it's worth
$100.
Oh, wow.
What is this coin telling you?
He could have just kept the 100.
Has a story connected with one of those pictures. Which one?
I'm not psychic like you, bro. Oh, what? No, wait. The kid kind of looks like him. Looks like an old war picture.
This man.
Very good.
Okay.
He was awarded the Purple Heart while serving in Korea.
You meet a coin psychic and all of a sudden you're a coin psychic too.
I don't know. That lucky coin your friend gave you. It saved your life.
That's right. It deflected a bullet that would have killed me.
Oh.
And one day, you'll know the whole story behind the picture.
This story is really breaking my brain.
I'm Todd Davis. I'm a friend of Mr. Jenkins.
Oh, yeah? Didn't think he had any friends. Carter's dead. Heart attack.
Oh, no.
He calls me up, says, my cousin's left me the contents of his house.
All the contents of the house?
Everybody said he had piles of money stashed around here, but I tore the place apart. Didn't find squat.
Gave it all to you.
What about the photographs?
What, old pictures of people I don't even know? Tell the lawyer to have a garage sale.
Yeah, you take them.
Take them all if you want. I'm out of here.
Look who's generous all of a sudden.
I'm Todd. I was a friend of Mr. Jenkins.
Todd Davis? He told me about you.
Oh, he did?
People didn't realize that Carter was an extremely generous man.
Yeah.
Contributed to many local projects. Never wanted anyone to know.
Sometimes they keep the noble part of themselves to themselves, you know? Was there something on the back? Well, I guess he found the money.
Then they'll help pay for the children's playground.
How'd you know about that? The playground was Carter's next project.
Taught me how to be psychic. Yeah.
Was he truly using some paranormal ability, or was he heeding Carter's words about the story behind the picture? But then, how could he have possibly known about the children's playground? Carter had never mentioned it to anyone but his lawyer. Will you use logic to deduct whether this story is true or false? Or will you just flip a coin?
Sometimes I feel like I'm always flipping a coin. But, so Carter is able to tell Todd's life story from a coin. and kind of teaches Todd how to do it too, which is crazy in itself. You know, I can look at some random picture and, you know, make up a story about it, and doesn't make the story true. So it's hard to imagine, you know, one guy being able to do it and then somehow being able to teach someone else how to do it. One guy, maybe I can believe it. You know, two guys, it's a lot. You know, it's a picture that he's looked at a lot, and I could believe that maybe he examines it, you know, when he gets his hands on it and, you know, finds all those coins and all that stuff. That much I could believe. Other than that, though, the whole thing about, you know, everybody being psychic all of a sudden, it's a lot. It's a little too much for me to believe, so I'm going to mark this as fiction. All right, so I have marked stories 2, 3, and 4 as true. I have marked stories 1 and 5 as fiction. Let's see how we did.
Now let's look back at tonight's stories and find out which ones are inspired by actual events and which ones are totally false. What about the couple whose camping trip became a matter of life and death?
I said fiction on this one. Yeah, come this way. Follow the stranger.
Do you think this one really happened? Sorry.
Not this time. All right, that's one.
How about the story of the doctor who received an unexpected gift from his late father?
And I said true on this one.
May your day be filled with as much magic as Jojo Babbitt's. Oh, Dad.
You think you've heard a story like this before? You might have. It's true.
Might have? Yeah.
According to our research, a similar story happened on the East Coast in the late 70s.
All right, 2 for 2.
Let's take another look at the real estate gambler who couldn't beat the house.
And I said true on this one as well.
And the glass?
I went to close the window. The whole thing came right out of the frame.
Yeah, blame the window.
Really happened? If you did, we fooled you.
No? Okay. So still 2 out of 3.
How about the woman whose broken mirror set off a streak of misfortune? Fact or fiction?
I said fact on this one. Oh! Amazing how we'd see something for the second time and it scares you again. And that is not a way to put out a fire, by the way.
You thought this story was based on a real-life occurrence. You're right.
You're right.
Published reports place a similar story in the Washington, D.C. area several years ago.
So I got 3 out of 4. Chance for another 4.
Take another look at the pizza delivery boy and the recluse.
And I said fiction on this one. I mean, if this is true, this is amazing.
This man.
Is it possible this story is true? Yes, it is.
It is?
There was a published report that a similar story was...
So, no 3 straight 4 out of 5s, but I managed to get myself a 3 out of 5. Alright, let's wrap this up. Alright guys, thank you for tuning in to another Beyond Belief reaction. So first 2 episodes of Season 4, I got a 4 out of 5. Narrowly missed it in Episode 3, picking up a 3 out of 5, which is nothing to sneeze at. You know, 3 out of 5 has always kind of been my average. Started the season a little above average, I guess. I don't know if getting 4 out of 5 every time was sustainable, but I'm happy with the 3. And I'm definitely happy with a total of 11 out of 15 too, so I'll take those numbers anytime. But yeah, we got 10 more episodes left until the original series is finished, so lots of time to get some big scores, some time to get some bad scores too, hopefully nothing too low. I like being around this average. I'd kind of like to set a new mark in this final season, so let's hope we can do that, and we'll continue that with Episode 4 next time. But until then, thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Check out my sports vlogging channel. And until next time, this is Jordan saying you can't be productive sitting at home on your couch. All you need is a TV, a great catalog, and a vision. This has been JordangeVision. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.